So today we will learn about the next part, second part of polynomials. In this part we will learn about the first remainder theorem. Now remainder theorem is if a polynomial divided by another polynomial which degree is less than the given first polynomial, then if first polynomial is divided by another polynomial, then we can find the remainder without division process. So let's see here first statement. If Px is a polynomial with degree 1 or more than 1, and A is any real number Px is divided, if Px is divided by x minus a, then Pa will be remainder. So let's take example. X raised to 4 plus Px is equals to x raised to 4 plus x cube minus 2x square plus x plus 1 is divided by x minus 1. Find remainder. Find remainder. So simple method is that you divide this polynomial by x minus 1, then you can find the remainder. But it is time consuming method. So there is a theorem which we have to use here. So x minus a is equals to x minus 1. So by comparing, a is equals to 1 here. A is equals to 1. So a is equals to 1. Now by theorem, Pa will be remainder. Pa means we find P1. So P1 how will you find? We put x equals to 1 in the given polynomial. So follow this polynomial: 1 raised to 4, 1 cube minus 2, 1 square plus 1 plus 1. 1 raised to 4, 1, 1 cube 1, minus 2 into 1 square 2, plus 1 plus 1 2. 2 cancel out, 1 plus 1 2. So you got P1 is equals to 2. So this is the remainder. So P1 is equals to 2 is a remainder. So you can see here, this is very simple method. Within time we can find the remainder without dividing the polynomial. So theorem again, if Px is a polynomial with degree 1 or more than 1. With degree 1 or more than 1 means it should not be constant polynomial. And a is any real number. It may be 1 upon 2, it may be root 2. If Px is divided by x minus a, then Pa will be the remainder. So I think you have understood about the remainder theorem. Now we will learn about the next topic, which is factorization of polynomials. Factorization means we have to find the factors. Suppose you write 10 equals to 2 into 5. So this is called factorization. If you write a number or polynomial in the factor form is two number which when you multiply you got the required polynomial. So this is called factor form. Now to do factorization there are some methods of given polynomial. Let's take example about the first method. The first method is splitting middle term method. Splitting middle term method we have understood already in class 8. Let's revise. Six x square plus 17x plus 5 3x. So by splitting middle term method we find the factor. So first of all, on multiply two number we will get 6 5 is 30, and on plus or minus two number we will get b 17. This is the rule. On multiply get AC, and on addition or subtraction get B. So here AC means 6 5 30, 6 5 is 30, and B means 17 with sign also. So two numbers which we have to multiply and we will get 30 here. 6 5 is 30, not possible. 10 3 is 30, not possible. 15 2 is. So 15 2 is 30, and 15 plus 2 17. So we take here plus 15x plus 2x plus 5. Take common. What is common? 3x 2x plus 5. What is common here? Nothing. So 1 is always common. 2x plus 5, 2x plus 5, it should be same. We take common 2x plus 5, remaining is 3x plus 1. So this is a factors, and the process is called factorization by splitting middle term. We have split the middle term in two terms. So the name of this method is splitting middle term method. Now there is a factor theorem. Let's see about the factor theorem. We learn about the factor theorem. Factor theorem, if Px is a polynomial, and degree greater than 1 and a is a real number, then there are two cases. If Px is a polynomial of degree greater than equals to 1, then and a is any real number, then first, if Px is divided by x minus a, then Pa will be remainder. Second, if just opposite of this, if Pa is a remainder, then Px will be divided by x minus a. So you have to remember, just is a, if px is a polynomial and a is any real number, then there are two cases. First, if px is divided by x minus a, then pa will be remainder, and if pa is a remainder of x px, then x, it will be divided by x minus a. So let's see example. Suppose x minus question x cube plus 3x square plus 5x plus 6 check whether x plus 2 is a factor of px. We have to check that x plus 2 is a factor of px. So this is the px. So x plus 2 is a factor, means that px should be divided by x plus 2. So what will we do? We will check that, okay, x plus 2 is equals to x minus a by comparing a equals to minus 2. So we will check, is p minus 2 factor, if any polynomial is a factor of given polynomial, then pa will be 0. If pa is 0, then the x plus 2 is a factor. So let's check p minus 2 is 0 or not. So we put x equals to 2 minus 2 in the given polynomial, minus 2 cube minus 8 plus 3, 2 to the 4, 3 are 12, plus minus minus 5 to the 10 plus 6, minus 8 plus 12, 4, minus 10 plus 6, minus 4, and 4 minus 4, 0. So you see here we got 0. So pa is 0. So pa, if pa is 0, then x plus 2 is a factor of given polynomial. So x plus 2 is a factor of px. So by this theorem, which statement we have used? We have used, if px is divided by x minus a, then pa will be remainder. So if pa is a remainder, then px will be divided by x minus a. So we use second case here, pa is a remainder. So if remainder is 0, then the given factor is a given polynomial is a factor of given polynomial.